share this time together, although we are apart. And even though there's distance, please know you're in our hearts. Whenever you are wondering just how you'll make it through, know that in our hearts we all believe in you.
Good morning, everyone. Today is Wednesday, May the 6th, and we are so happy to have you joining us today. I've been looking at our weather for the upcoming week, and it's kind of, Ms. Anderson, a little bit off and on. We have some warmer temperatures and some cooler ones. We have some sunny days and some rainy days. So it looks like a little bit of everything this next week. So we hope you are having a great morning so far, and I'm going to say good morning to Ms. Anderson.
Well, good morning, Mrs. Peoples. Thank you so much. It was kind of a weird weekend, too. We thought it was going to be like really, really sunny both days. I was like so excited for 2 days, but I'll take one really, really nice day over two anytime. So in my house this last week, Monday was a pretty exciting day around here because, and maybe you can even see some things in the background, because it was May the 4th. Be with you. Yes, it was the unofficial Star Wars day. And so I know that Mrs. Peoples, I've been really trying hard to help Mrs. Peoples explore Star Wars and get her up to speed on everything. And she's been a fantastic pupil. Like even some Yoda, she even Yoda speaks.
Like Yoda, I speak, I do.
Yes, you do. See, like,
or maybe it should be like Yoda, I speak, do I? Anyhow, that's okay. I'm close enough. I'm working on it.
It's pretty close. It's pretty close. So thank you so much for joining us this morning on Wednesday, May the 6th. We have a fantastic show for you this morning, but we are going to actually start with a little bit of Williamsburg wellness.
So last week we talked a little bit about some things that help your body to stay well and help you to stay well overall. And I'm wondering if you guys know that this week is Mental Health Week. It's a week that we really think about how we can not only keep our bodies healthy, but also our minds healthy. And it's a lot of the same things we talked about last week. So it's getting some good sleep, having activity, using your brain for some schoolwork, also having time to relax and making sure your brain just has a chance to kind of be calm, and also having fun, doing fun things, and spending time with your family. So those are all really important things. And one of our hero gems that we have is one called gratitude. And I'm going to give you a little challenge this week to work on with your family, because when you show gratitude, it's actually really good for you and for your body. And here's your activity that I'm going to challenge you to do. So I'm going to challenge you and everybody in your family who lives in your house to write down on some little papers some things that you're grateful for. So you might be, I'm not even going to give you ideas, just you can think of some things you're grateful for, and you can write down like one or two, or you can write down 10, whatever you can think of. And then, Miss Anderson's already started, so she's thinking of things. And then when you're all done, you're going to have a whole bunch of little papers with your ideas inside. And then you can put those in a bowl or a mug or something and put them on your kitchen table. And then every night at dinner time, when you're having dinner with your family, pull out one or two and say, oh, somebody wrote down family. Who wrote that down? And can you tell us why you're grateful for that, or whatever you might have written down? So it's really a great way to show gratefulness and also to have some great conversation with your family. So that's a little challenge for you this week to try that. And that's going to be really good for your mental health as well, to focus on those positive things that you're grateful for and think about those. So that's your challenge for this week. Try it out. And hopefully there'll be some great conversation around your dinner table.
That's an awesome idea, Mrs. Peoples. I think that that's something that I'm going to do. I've already written down a couple of things, and later on, after I amass a few of them, then we can talk about it at dinner time. So great idea. Thank you so much. We had a lovely time last week during our first Williamsburg Weekly, showing you all our workspaces. And so we put out a Google form this week, and we had a few people who would like to share some of their workspaces. And so that is a pretty exciting thing to be able to see what other people are doing with their workspaces right now. And so here's when I think they listened to your suggestion, Mrs. Peoples. I see a little bit of a schedule here that they're going to follow that day.
I love that.
Great idea.
A nice comfy chair. I see a nice clear workspace. I see a drink there. I see lots of great things. We talked about, wow, that looks such a great spot. Awesome job.
And it's also important to put some things in there that you really like to have, right? So we have things in our offices too like that.
Oh, this one looks nice too. I know the person that sent this one and talked about how there's a space for a student in kindergarten to have lots of space to play on the floor area. There's a nice comfy spot to do some reading. There's a spot where the kids in the house can work on the computer or the Chromebook. So again, having lots of different options for seating, just like at school, sometimes a nice sit on the floor or at your desk. So just some different options too. That looks really, really great.
Fantastic. And here's a nice comfy spot. I think I would enjoy this one as well. And again, an area devoted to some distance learning, some comfortable seating, and lots of great things. So thank you so much for everyone that shared their workspaces with us. We really appreciate you sharing a little bit of a glimpse into your homes. Excellent.
Yeah.
And so the next segment, we actually have a special guest, Mrs. Peoples.
I know.
Very exciting. Okay, so let's do our intro, and then we're going to introduce our very special guest.
Hello, Laura, you are our first guest on our show. So
I feel so honored.
No, absolutely. So students and parents, you might know Laura, also known as Mrs. Shaver, from a few different spots in our community. Laura has been a parent at Williamsburg School. Laura also has worked a little bit in our library here and there. She also worked in our office last year for about 6 weeks when we had some changes in the office. And as well, you might know Laura from the Williamsburg Community Association. And she's here today to talk a little bit about that and talk about some of the great things that are happening right now at the Williamsburg Community Association, some options you might have as kids and families for some fun things. So Laura, welcome, and we're going to turn it over to you.
Thank you, Mrs. Peebles, and thank you for having us. So yeah, I'm Laura from the Williamsburg Community Association, and during the pandemic and always, we're here to connect you with as many resources as possible in the neighborhood and as well as with the city of Kitchener. We're very close partners with the city, of course. For the first time in our history, we've started offering some online classes. We've got Kids Art Explorers, Adult Art Explorers, Zumba Gold. We've got a ballet class and a Mommy and Me fitness class. Those are starting this week, but you can still register. And we thought it was a great way to connect with our neighborhood when we can't be at the community center, but also for you to connect with our beloved instructors that you're used to. I know Miss Sierra in our ballet class is very excited to see some Williamsburg students in her class. We want to hear your good neighbor stories. We want to hear about what you're doing in the neighborhood during this time when you're at home. We want to see pictures. We're happy to post those pictures and spread all the great things that are happening, regardless of what is happening in the outside world. We want to remember that the city parks are closed, so we can't go there, but there's lots of other ways to enjoy our neighborhood. You can go for walks. You can enjoy some of our trails. There's a path right off of Copperleaf Street that you can enjoy a nice forest walk. Also, you can see the water along David Berge. That's a great place to get some good scenery. So make sure, I have to look over here to see if I can see this. I can't see it. Make sure you find us on social media. That's where all of our resources will be. That's where you can find out how to register for our classes, see pictures of all your neighbors doing great things in the neighborhood. On all Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, it's at Williamsburg CA. And we hope to hear from you. And even after this is over and we're all able to get outside and be together again, we'll have lots of great programs and events to continue.
Fantastic. Thank you, Laura. And
Thank
the
you.
Williamsburg Community Association does so many great things. It's a very vibrant, busy association with lots of options. And I'm just thinking about Miss Sierra and the ballet class. And I wonder, Ms. Anderson, maybe you and I need to join. Maybe we need to be.
Oh boy.
Maybe Miss Sierra might have found some things that maybe aren't quite as ballet-like as others. I'm not sure.
So one of the things that you don't know about me, Mrs. Peebles, yet is that I actually grew up in dance.
Oh.
And have taken adult classes.
Nice.
So
and if you have a tutu, you'd fit right in.
And I do.
Oh. I did not grow up dancing. I know it's shocking. Sometimes in the hallway, kids that were coming in the doors by the library, I'd be kind of grooving and moving to the music. I'm sure you're shocked to hear I did not grow up like being a competitive dancer with the moves I've got. Come on. Miss Sierra might be excited to see some big kids in our class too. But what I'd like to, Laura, I was looking at your offerings on Facebook, I think, and I think some of your the kids things are even during the daytime, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the ballet class is like, I think it's a Thursday afternoon. Yeah.
Yeah, because parents are working at home. What a great way to get your kids busy. So thank you, Laura, for all that.
Thank you.
And certainly check out those social media spots and get yourself involved with the community. What a great time to do that. All right. Awesome. Thanks for coming, Laura. We're going to have you stick around, though, because
all right.
fun coming up in a minute.
Awesome.
Well, now that you've shared a little bit about online ballet classes, which I think I'm going to absolutely take you up on, we had a couple of students share their favorite Go Noodle. Again, love to do a good Go Noodle during a body break, but here's a few. So if you're okay, Laura, I understand we don't need to stand up for this. We can actually just use our arms and bodies from the waist up. But we do have a couple of Williamsburg workouts. So let's intro first, and then we'll get right into our Williamsburg workouts.
Okay. Now, Miss Anderson, if I could just mention, last week I felt like there was a bit of a lag time between the Go Noodle and myself. And even though I thought I was just kind of really struggling to keep up, which was also part of it. But anyhow, we're going to do our best to keep up. You were hearing it live and we're hearing it anyhow. So students, do the best you can as well and get yourself moving here.
And again, these are tiny little clips. You can go onto the Go Noodle site or go in a search to find your favorite Go Noodle on YouTube. That's what I did. And so here is a couple of them who are, love Cuckoo Kangaroo. Woo! That was really good, guys.
Yeah.
I just want to say that some of those moves are in our Zumba Gold class. Just saying.
Whoa.
Nailed it.
I wonder, do you have a Zumba Bronze class for beginners? Like, I'm going to
Zumba beginners. Yeah.
Okay, so here's another one. Now I'm realizing that my office chair actually has like springs, I think. So I'm really excited. It's very quick. Good. Okay, here's our next one. Wiggle it.
I just banged my hand on my desk. I need ice. Where's Miss Hot and Miss Level? I need some ice for my hands.
Fill out a form.
I'll put my water glass on. I'll be okay. Everybody, don't worry about me. I'm fine.
Okay.
All right.
So, thank you so much, Laura, for sticking around. We're wondering
Thank you for having me.
stick around for one more segment.
Absolutely.
Because this one, again, fantastic jokes sent to us by our
Okay.
Williamsburg community. And it's better when more people are around to laugh at jokes, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just see Williamsburg wit coming your way.
Oh, that little laughing baby makes me laugh. My cats are close by, and are you guys ready? Okay, they're ready for some jokes. Here we go. I've got 3 jokes, all sent to us by our viewers, so thank you. Here's the first one. What does a cloud wear under its raincoat? So what does a cloud wear under its raincoat? Are you ready?
I don't know.
Yep.
Thunderwear.
Good one.
Okay, that's so cute. Next one. Speaking of dance and ballet and Go Noodle, hello, working with the theme. What is a deer's favorite dance? A deer's favorite dance.
Now,
you're going to want to go a little bit to the square dancing realm for this one. It would be a do-si-do.
Oh,
that's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay, and here's our last joke for today. Why did the student eat his homework? Why did the student eat his or her homework?
Why would you do that?
I don't know. Well, because the teacher told him it was a piece of cake.
Totally makes sense.
Totally. Homework's a piece of cake. Awesome. Here we go. So, Laura, you're going to want to stick around for 2 more minutes as well, because we've got kind of a big announcement to make.
Oh, exciting.
Yeah.
We do. And so we actually, Williamsburg, what's next? But it's a pretty big deal.
What's next? So next week, everybody, are you sitting down? I hope you're all sitting down. Okay. Next week, we have another special guest, our second special guest. And this guest is, I'm going to give you a couple hints. This guest is a musician. This guest is so generous and awesome at giving his time to the community. This guest has, Laura, will you guess in a second? This guest is a local singer. This guest has written and sings tons of songs. He plays at the Kitchener Market sometimes. He plays at different festivals. Laura knows it. He has a couple songs. One that you'd love, Ms. Anderson, is one called Spider-Man.
Oh.
And there's one that's my favorite about bubbles. So, Laura, do you think you know who it is?
I do. I think I do.
Do you want to take a guess?
Eric Traplin?
Ta-da!
Yes.
That's amazing.
Eric Traplin is coming on our show.
Yeah, here's a little sample of one of his fan favorites, Bubbles. I kind of hope he does this one on our show.
I know.
Yeah.
Bubbles, bubbles, bubbles in the air. Bubbles, bubbles, bubbles everywhere. There's bubbles on the chair. There's bubbles in my hair. Bubbles, bubbles, bubbles everywhere. I like her.
He is such a legend in our community. He is
definitely
who almost every child either knows the songs now or knew them at some point. He is such a generous, kind-hearted, giving person that gives his time. So he's coming on our show. We asked, and he said, "Yeah, I'm doing it." So, but here's the really cool stuff.
Just a minute. I love it so much. I just keep playing it.
We're going to put our bubbles away for a few minutes, Ms. Anderson. Here's what we're going to do, though. We're going to send out a Google form again on school day. And you know what? You can actually have a say in what songs Eric Traplin does. He has given me 7 suggestions of songs, and you guys out there can vote. And whichever songs get the most votes, he will play 1 or 2 of those songs. So you actually get to also kind of be the producer of the show in a way and have some say as to what he's going to sing. So please check that Google form. It's going to be going out on school day. And thank you so much, speaking of the form, to the students who sent in jokes, who sent in pictures. We love that. Keep the jokes coming. I need more jokes. And please fill out the form and tell us which song from Eric Traplin you would like to hear next week. And we'll choose 1 or 2 of that. I think he's probably going to do 2 for us. So we will enjoy that next week. So make sure you tune in. If you can't catch us right at 9 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday, you can also watch it later on anytime. So we're going to look forward to that next week.
Awesome. And so thank you so much, Laura, for joining us today. We will be thanking you so much. We're going to pop you right into the green room. There's nice snacks in there and some water.
Oh, yummy. I'm hungry.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Oh, we're going to put her right into the... So thank you so much, Mrs. Peebles, for those fantastic jokes. We do look forward to seeing Eric Traplin next Wednesday here on Williamsburg Weekly, and I will be sharing that Google form with you after the show airs on Wednesday, May the 6th. And so have a fantastic week, friends, and we will see you next week.
Bye.
Look for the rainbow beyond the clouds. Let your light shine when you're feeling down. Someday we'll be together. This won't last forever. We're coming back stronger than before. We're coming back stronger.